I just made a video, but I'm making another one. And this video is like tips and tricks for commuter students, because I've looked on YouTube and there are some videos, but there were none that really I thought really helped too much, because a lot of them are focused more on you know, activities and stuff like that. But I'm talking about the actual commuting and things I think you should keep in mind and have with you at all times. A lot of students do live on campus, maybe at your college. I know at my college it's mostly commuter students, so I'm the majority, but it is still a little nerve-wracking because I'm going to have to take the commuter rail and a train to get to my classes. And once I get there, because I'm going in Boston, my school isn't an actual closed-off campus, it's just buildings in the city. So I'm also going to have to find my classes, and I'm going to be walking right next to business people, homeless people, and everyone else in between. So it can be a little nerve-wracking, and I don't want to be caught off guard. So basically, here are some things that I'm definitely going to have in my backpack. Obviously, my books, my notebooks, pens, pencils, all that, the normal stuff. But also some extra things I think commuter students should have, because they're not going to be able to run back to their room real quick in between classes. Okay, so basically, most people drink water or some other beverage. I think having like a to-go thing is a very good idea, because you can refill it. There's always places you can refill it. You could always go into one of the dorm cafeterias and fill your cup. And also a hot one. And if you get one like this, it is open, so something closed off is a lot easier, but this can be used for hot and cold. And there's also ones that do have like screw-on tops that don't have the little hole, or you like open something so it won't spill everywhere. So I think those are really important to have, like on your way in or out. You're probably going to want to drink, and drinks can be really expensive, especially in the city where I'm going. So along those lines, I'm going to be packing my lunch most days. So I actually saw this at Target. It is a sandwich container, but you can put anything in it really. And it comes with this little freezer thing to keep your food cold, because I've had like deli meat sandwiches before, and as the day goes, if they're not kept cold, they get kind of disgusting and soggy. And that goes for most sandwiches. But you could put fruit in here. You don't even have to use this, but if you want something to be cold, then it's always a good idea. And it's a cute little container, and it's reusable, so you're not going to be like just throwing it away. And food's wicked expensive, so again, save yourself some money. Along those lines also, always have a little snack with you, because you could be sitting in between classes and then all of a sudden you're really hungry. So instead of going to a Dunkin' Donuts or Honeydew or whatever else you might have around you, and spending a bunch of money on some little treat that's probably not even that good for you, you can just go to the store, buy some small things, put them in your backpack in case you need them, and if you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. Alright, so after those food things, obviously it's probably an important thing to have your student ID with you at all times, as well as your regular ID. Like, I'm gonna be carrying around my debit card, because if you lose cash, like, that sucks. It's not a bad idea to have a little map with you, and most schools have these maps available for you. And that's not just for commuter students, that's for any student when you're trying to get to your classes. And then a map like this also has, it tells me, like where Burger King is, where a CVS store is, where Domino's is, and then all of the dining halls, all of the dorm buildings, as well as the actual classroom buildings. And it just has the city, like the streets, so it's useful. And then, let's see, along those lines, since I'm going to be taking the commuter rail, I don't want to miss it, because then I'll have to wait an hour, and if I don't want to sit around. So I printed out the inbound and outbound schedule to my commuter rail. If you're taking a commuter rail or a bus or a train that doesn't run regularly, you might want to do that just to have it with you. Even if you memorize it eventually, at first you might just be a little nervous about it and just want to have it like a security blanket. And also, for information, you're obviously going to want to have your phone charged at all times, especially for me because I'm not going to be on a campus, so anything could happen at any time. And in your phone, you might want to put campus police, a local hospital, obviously you could call 911, maybe the city police, and then an agenda book or a planner is always a really good idea. And I got this one at Target for $4. It was on clearance, and I was really happy. And it's really cool because it not only has like the big calendar of the month, but it's split up by week, and there's plenty of room to write down what work I'm gonna have, what activities I'm doing, all that stuff when I have work, because I also am working and going to school at the same time, so it's pretty useful because don't want to miss anything or forget to do something. And then in the back, this one's really cool too because it has a section where you can put in course info, so you can write down what class it is, your teacher's phone number, email, all that stuff, what building, room. That way you can just keep track of it in case you forget to bring your schedule or something and it's the beginning of the semester. And then it also has group contact info, so if you're working on a project or you're in a study group with people, you can put their info right in there. And this one's cool too because it has budget and spending tracking sheet, which if you're not a good budgeter and you forgot to bring your sandwich and you go out and buy lunch somewhere, you might want to keep track of that. I also got a wristwatch because sometimes your phone might die or you don't want to pull it out. Like if you're on the train and there's someone sketchy sitting next to you, you might be afraid they're going to steal it or whatever the case. Having a wristwatch is always a good idea because you're not like searching for your phone, it's just right there. And have sunglasses when it's sunny, you know, that can be any season, and an umbrella because you never know when it's going to rain. And then, last but not least, in my list that I'm definitely gonna have are some band-aids, because you could get a paper cut, anything could happen, band-aids are always good. And if you're a germ freak, you might want hand sanitizer. I don't really use hand sanitizer because I don't want to like lower my immune system or anything, and I never really get sick, and I'm always like touching things, so, but hand sanitizer might be a good idea for you. And then of course when it is getting colder, you might want to pack a scarf, hat, gloves, earmuffs, all that stuff so you're nice and warm. So yeah, those are my things I'm gonna be packing with me and some tips. So let me know if you have any questions or you want some more information or you think of anything else I might need, because this is just as much as for you as it is for me too. Alright, so see ya. Bye.